All right on time, so to speak. Well, 9 o'clock. I think that's what I set this for in this week's schedule. But here we are. So this game is absolutely new. You've just seen the unboxing for it. This was a Kickstarter game that really caught my attention for many reasons. One, I mean, look at this thing. This is wow. Talk about it's just something you could take around anywhere. Just take and go. It's a freaking pocket-sized notebook. Amazing. And it only came with a six-sided die and a pencil. And the six-sided die was optional. I shouldn't even have asked for one. I got so many damn dice of my own. And the pencil. So I've already ran through a couple of these, and I'm really, really excited for this tiny little game. This is probably the most filler style game that I have played on Friday Night Fillers in a long time. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this new style of what I'm thinking of is almost like a maze game without a maze. So now before I start this, I just want to show you, because I ended up getting 3 of these because every single one of these books is different. Oh, camera quake. Every single one of these books, as I was saying, is different. They all have different dungeons randomly picked for them, done for them through the app that this guy Tom Britton, figured out this app. And this one here is Random Seed 000007667. They're all different. I've played a few of these. I'll continue with this. I'll show you how this goes. This is so simple, so easy. And it's just, wow, this is probably the most filler game I have ever encountered, I think. So I have this up just to show you how simple it really is. These 2 pages are really all of the rules. Shogunstein is with us this evening. Woo! These old-fashioned Mead notepads. I know exactly what you're talking about, right? This is just a very interesting idea that Tom Britton had, and I'm glad he shared it on Kickstarter. I am. So, but like I was saying, these are the only rules. This is it. I mean, there is online at Gladden Design. You can find a slightly more in-depth rules, but there really isn't much else, really. So like I said, this is a maze game. Glad he got you a copy to do. Well, he didn't get me a copy. I backed this on Kickstarter myself, but it did get here. Not every Kickstarter does, and not every Kickstarter does on time or close to it. That's for sure. Now let's go through. I'll show you everything. So I guess this is kind of like a how-to playthrough a little bit as well. So in the other books, I just showed you this very simple, very easy. You roll a die, and on an odd number, you can move that many spaces diagonally. Your choice, any diagonal option that you want. And on an even number, you get to move any amount straight forward, back, up, or down, orthogonally. You get to do, again, according to the number. So if you rolled a 6, then you would have to travel left, right, up, or down 6 spaces. If it was a 4 spaces, you get it. Easy to do. So then interacting with things is really super simple. It's like really automatic. So on each map, we're going to have where we start, and we're going to have an exit located somewhere on it. As long as we pass through it or land on it, we can end the level and move on to the next. And these here are all the symbols you're going to find in the game. Money symbols, monster symbols, health symbols. The number in them is anywhere from 1, 2, or 3, or sometimes they have a question mark, which means you roll. So if you roll a 6, you lost or gained 6 points instead of 3 here. It does have teleportation jumps in it. These are the only ones that can be used multiple times. If you come across a monster, it's done. If you come across health, it's done. Money, chest, it's done. But these you can jump through all the time. The webs, you're going to lose money. Yeah, and you're going to have to stop even if you had more space to go. Like if you move 3 out of 6, too bad. And then key to open everything up. And then that's it. That is the entire game. So if you're looking for something to do while you're online, waiting to get into a convention or something, this is a great game to have, I think. Fonzie the Capybara has joined us. Just a flying visit. I'll have to catch the VOD later. But are the pads reusable, or do you draw on them? They are not reusable. They aren't reusable at all. There's 46 levels in each pad, and as I said, each pad has different arrangements of each level on it. So yeah, you can't unless you erase, I guess. 46 level is a lot of content. It sure is. This one notepad will keep me going for a while, actually. And at this point, I've only gone through a couple, and I'm already wishing I bought more than 3. I really am. This is this would be a great little stocking stuffer gift for your gaming buddies. Yeah. All right, so there is the extent of my fabulous art. As you can see, I know, I should have stayed in the art game, but gaming just called to me. So there's a little guy I made, Grygax. Looks a little weird, but that's cool with me. I'm a little weird. How will you give it to those of us who do Hanukkah with no stockings? Do they make a large enough dreidel? Like maybe a dreidel-shaped cookie jar, and then I could put this in on that? Was that a good answer? Why is your character not called Mona Lisa to reflect your art talents? Oh, Fonzie, thank you for understanding and seeing my style. But Mona Lisa's just, how could I say it? Basic. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Mona Lisa is basic. Now, this got some style. But anyway, enough about my fantastic art. And so I did do a few, and I'm glad I did a couple first, because even though this is so simple, the first game I did at least once mess up on the evens and odds roll. But it gave me a chance to figure out how to run this, and more importantly, how to run around the maze. Because it's not really all that easy. It looks open, looks wide, like, oh, you got it made, you got it easy. But if you don't want to have a fight or lose money, then you got to be very careful how you move around here. So I did floor 2. Floor 2. I think floor 3 was the last one. Yes. So floor 4 is what we are up to. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer. Ooh, bouncy bounce. Okay. Stay we are. That's good. All right, so that's it. So Grygax is on level 4, and he will be starting his game right here where the little happy face is. And when he gets to it, if he can get to it, then this over here is how he's going to leave the level. So now looking to see where I lift everything off. Right here, I did not set this up. So, my my neck is loose, so it's been spinning a little bit. So I ended off with 24 health and 40 coin. So I'll make that note over here for level 4 to start the game. So that's 24, and it swings back around 40. Wow, I've been glad my floor was on a little bit of a tilt before. So that's how we're going into level 4 there. We're at 24 hit points. I'm feeling good about that. And 40 coin. So let's see where it wants me to go. Is that even on camera? Oh, yes, it is. Gotta roll it a little closer since the camera's in tight. But that is a 6. So that means I get to go orthogonally 6 spaces. And what happens is, so if I go north, I would start there, 1, 2, then I would have to turn. And you only turn if you hit a wall. And when you turn, you still have to keep the orthogonal or diagonal movement going. Glowing Turtle! What's up? Good evening! Thank you for joining us. I don't think I've spoken to you before on one of these Friday night fillers. Hope everything is good. Hope you're enjoying everything. And we're just getting started here. So with that 6, that was a 6. You all saw. So that's what I'm gonna do. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that'll get me another health. So that's where I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's going to garner me another health there. Shogunstein! Nice turnout of interest for this game, he says. This is unusual, and like a lot of Kickstarter games, if you're not following, if you're not looking into Kickstarter, there's a lot of games you can miss. And this is definitely one of them. All right. Oh, and Turtle's settled in, ready for the show. Okay, so I did get my one extra hit point there. And so there, by the way, also, there's no fighting in the game. It's pretty much automatic. So if I walked into this, wow, that's a lot. If I walked into this enemy here, I would automatically lose 6, but they'd also be done. They'd be gone. I wouldn't have to worry about them again. All right, but let's see where I'm going next. And I wonder if maybe I should get the dice tray over here. 2, that's another even number. It's another even number. Shogunstein says, save the fighting for my third period class. Anywhere the Marist brothers weren't looking is where I was fighting in school. So anyway, that was another 2. 1, 2. Without going back up, which I don't like doing. You're allowed to. You can, but I don't like doing it. I'll go back this way. So I'll go 1, 2, right back to where I started from. Nothing's happening. So let's see. Oh, another 2. A lot of even numbers. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down 1, and then I'll come out here for 2. Use that portal there. Oh, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to do that. If I go back down, though, that's I can go back to the. I'm not liking this. Not liking this. Go back down into the portal again. That would avoid the web. That's really the only choice I have if I want to avoid that web. And I've been good. I've avoided every like web and stuff on the first 3 floors. So I'm going to go back 1, 4, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We got a 3 this time. My first odd number. I don't want to go 1, 2, 3. No, I don't want to do that, but I could go 1, 2, 3 and get down here. 1, 2, 3. Glowing Turtle. I've been starting to appreciate a minimalist approach to gaming lately. Nice to see fun games that... Oh, there we go. Nice to see fun games that don't have a ton of components. Faster setup as well. Yeah, I'll tell you, I started setting this up at like 10-2 and I was done. And that was me taking my time and goofing around. No, I agree with you. A lot of games, no matter how fun they are, I might have had fun with tons of big, huge games. Yeah, when there is so much to keep track of, so many tokens, so many chits and cards and everything, it does get a little overwhelming, especially when you're sitting here by yourself trying to both play the game as well as talk to all of you during the game. It gets a little tiring. Okay, so that 3 got me down there. Where's my pencil? Here we go. So let's go with this again. Got another 3. 1, 2, 3. And get right in here. 1. That's a question mark. I have to go diagonal, so 2 and 3. I had to go back. But that question mark means I get to roll this die, and that's how many coins I get. 2. 2. Okay. Well, better than losing 2. Oh, and that's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, get right in between those guys. Or girls. Things. Monsters. Got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't feel like taking that damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm going to go up here. It's a lot of meandering. There's an awful lot of meandering in this game. Oh, dos. Oh, perfect. So that's where I was, right? Yeah. Give me 1, 2. Got another coin. Okay, a few more coins. I can try to get out of here. That's a 2 again. 1, 2. I'm going to stop and buckle my shoe. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haha. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. I don't have an eraser with me. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 4, 5. No, I figured it out, right? Let's lose track because I wasn't centered. Okay. Sometimes with the diagonal, if I'm not centered, I kind of lose my eye spot for a moment. 3. I'm going to continue that way. 1, 2, 3. And that's a fine looking 4. 1, 2, 3. So he's in here in the center. So that's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what I meant when I said earlier at the beginning that this is kind of like a maze game without the maze. You're kind of like mazing yourself around, if that phrase makes any sense. 1, 2, 3, and I could end the level. But do I want to? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha! 1, 2, 3, 4 for another 2 health. I don't know why I'm afraid to fight anything. I mean, I'm doing good on health. And then we go with a 4. Oh, Shogunstein agrees with Glowing Turtle. Good point, Turtle. Kickstarter games I play the most are the ones with the least minis and least components. It does. It makes it a lot easier. 4, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Now we got a 5. Let's see. I'm going to have to, I got to fix this neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that coin has already been collected, and that 2 is already collected. But I get one more coin, and then I get a question mark on health. Oh, that is a 2 up there. Okay. So now I'm up. Okay, that's where I am. And another 2. I watched your WandaVision videos. You had some great insight. Are you going to watch Loki? Hey, Glowing Turtle. You know, first of all, I just got to say that I stopped doing the Marvel stuff because it was just too much. It really was. Watching a show in the morning and then having to get that video up that same afternoon on top of the two-gun Pixie gaming stuff I was doing was just way, way too much. Not that I'm never going to do another Marvel video again. I am very excited about Loki. Between the fact that it mixed in with Wanda, it's going to mix in with WandaVision to a degree, and we're going to have to see how that degree works in. But between WandaVision and the events of Loki, and then going into Doctor Strange in the multiverse of, Spider-Man, and then Doctor Strange? Yeah, then Spider-Man. There is so much going on. I am so very excited about this current opening storyline in Phase 4. So I'm very excited about Loki. I thought Falcon Winter Soldier was very good. I enjoyed it. It did exactly what it was supposed to do for the kind of show that it is. Government, military kind of espionage thing. It was good. It was good. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm very happy with the television shows. So much happier than I am with the DC stuff. And I watch the DC shows. I watch Arrowverse, all the Arrowverse shows, even though Arrow's not on anymore. And most of them are really failing, I think. Ooh, 3. Too much time on my hands. Got me singing Sticks, Shogunstein. No Snyder. I watched the Snyder Cut. That's all I'll say about it. Maybe it would have been better if he never walked away from it and had to come back to it, but I'm not going to get involved with his personal family life and the thing that happened with his daughter. I have nothing to say about that. I couldn't. Okay, so 3. Now, where the heck was I here? I was over here, right? Okay. Must have had a lot of time, 4.5 hours. No, I didn't. I had to specifically block that time out. It really wasn't easy for me to do. The zombie movie was pretty good. Oh, the zombie movie. The zombie movie. You lost me on that one there, Shogunstein. Which zombie movie? So many of them. So 3 diagonal. What was that from this one? 1, 2, 3. That was from this one, right? I got to roll. I'm losing track. Oh, Army of the Dead. No, I have not seen that yet. I know it's on what, Netflix or HBO Max or something. 4. No, I have not seen Army of the Dead. You know what? I'm really tired of zombie movies. Because a good zombie movie is not about the zombies, as we all know. A good zombie movie is about us, about humans and humanity, and holding on to that. Well, the zombies themselves are really nothing more than a force of nature, which I often akin to the old man in the sea. The zombies are the sea. They're this force of nature that just keeps hitting while you're trying to, in this case with the zombies, trying to save your humanity. Stay human. Snyder's Army of the Dead was like Ocean's 11 with zombies. That sounds interesting. Okay, you got my attention with that. But this also has my attention. 4. 1, 2, okay, I'm going to go that way. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for another coin. Nice. My son had to read Old Man in the Sea. He was so proud. Oh, it's it. I haven't read that since high school. I'll tell you the truth. I haven't read that since high school. But it's a read that everyone should read. Because it does set things up in a story differently than especially when you're a school kid. You're not really used to the concept of something other than another human being an antagonist. And I think that's where that story really delves in deep. I just did the 4, I got the coin, and I'm losing the camera again. There we go, 5. I have to hit that web. I don't want to hit that web. If I go back, I'm going to record you saying that and play it for little Shogunstein. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. As well as keep hitting this, because the camera is a lot lower. Even though the neck is loose, it's a lot lower than it usually is, since this is such a small thing to picture. That's why I keep bumping into it. 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That left us over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That could get me right at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I go this way, if I go this way though, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I get 3 more health. Bam! There you go. So I kind of equate this to gaining experience and going up levels. That's how I kind of equate the whole fact that you're just getting healthier and healthier. So 5 again. Oh no! Wait a second. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was wrong because it should have been diagonal. I haven't made this mistake since level 1. Getting so excited. Okay, so 5 and a 5. I got 2 5s. I got to do. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center, center, center. Yeah, so I'm going to miss. I already hit that one anyway. Okay, so I fixed it. And, yeah, I told you, that happened to me on the first level, too. 4. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully I'll be out the door. 1, 2. Can't hit there, so 3. I get another coin. Ooh, maybe I'll get a 1. Oh, that's off the table, does not count. That's a house rule I think everyone should have. Whenever a die falls off the table, it is re-rolled. And now I'm losing my lighting. Old Man in the Sea is a good one. Short and sweet. And we got a 2. 1, 2. Speaking of good books that a lot of people haven't read, and actually I haven't mentioned this in a while, Monkey Planet. Oh my God. The novel that Planet of the Apes is based on is like 10 times better than the first and the third movie combined. And I specifically call them out because the third movie is a lot like the novel. If you haven't read Monkey Planet, and you're looking for something good, it's a short read. And, it's nothing like today's standard of novels. Glowing Turtle. Oh, good. You haven't heard of that one. No, I'm glad I turned you on to that. Actually, I didn't even know it was a book until about 15 years ago or so when I was working Barnes & Noble. And that's how I came across it. And I've been trying to tell people about it ever since. Even if people didn't like the movie, because there's so many different things about, if you combine the first movie and the third movie, you have a decent idea of the novel. But I can't even begin to tell you the end. I don't want to tell you the end, or the end, or the end. Okay? You have to read it for yourself. So I did the 2 move. And I got a diagonal 5. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So center to center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to here again. Oh, man. And we got a 4. Nice. All right, so a 4. We can get right down here, boom, to the stairs. My wife just finished the Exorcist book, and she said it was like, I have not read The Exorcist. I know friends of mine, relatives that have, and they really do rave about the book and keep telling me that if I love the movie so much, I just got to read the book. And maybe I will, but it seems like the older I get, the less time I have to read, unless I'm doing research. As far as fiction or non-fiction fun reads, I never have time for that anymore. I'm glad I read so many tons and tons of books as a kid. See, she said the same thing. That's what I keep hearing, Glowing Turtle. Okay, so now we have reached the end of level 4. And when you do that, when you land on the stairs or roll enough to go past it, you don't have to, you can opt to end the level. And when you do that, you're going to add and subtract everything that happened over here. Reading is pretty great. Glowing Turtle, that's an understatement. That really is. I can't tell you how much reading always meant to me. And I couldn't read. I couldn't read. I was literate. But I couldn't read because I was bored. I was so completely bored of everything my parents gave me as a kid. They gave me Hardy Boy novels and other things I can't remember. And I just could not get through it. And then one day in 4th grade, it was the year I learned to play D&D. It was a school year following the summer that I learned to play D&D. My friend who introduced me to the game comes up to me at lunchtime one day and says, John, have you ever read The Hobbit? I said, what the hell's a Hobbit? And he said, well, it's like a halfling in D&D. And I remember I looked him dead in the eye and I said, who the hell would write a whole story about a halfling? So you know what this guy did? He went down 2 blocks. You weren't supposed to leave the school grounds. He went, but we did anyway. It was the 70s. He went down 2 blocks to the local Hallmark store where there was a copy. There was a gold cover edition. I love those editions of the series. I still wish I had. It was like a gold color cover or something like that. The Hobbit. I read that book front to back within a week. The first book I ever read. And from there I was hooked. That was it. I was hooked on that, and I read all the stuff. I read Eddings, Stephen R. Donaldson. His great. That was the best thing I read outside of Tolkien when I was a kid was Stephen R. Donaldson's The Chronicles of Thomas Covenant the Unbeliever. The first trilogy is absolutely amazing, and it was also one of the first books that didn't feel like a ripoff of The Hobbit, like some of David Eddings' books did, or the Sword of Shannara did. Yeah, definitely. If you're looking for a good fantasy book, see if you can find The Chronicles of Thomas Covenant the Unbeliever. So here we are. So I have nothing to subtract. I didn't hit any webs. I avoided the monsters. So nothing to subtract. So 29, that's 32, if my math is correct here. And that's 45, 47. 47 is what I'm ending there on. Yes, nice. I had the same experience. Oh, see? Aha! D&D changed my life in grade school. It blew my mind. This was in the mid-'80s. Dragonlance followed. Glowing Turtle, I know 100%. And if you want to get dramatic, I know 110% exactly what you mean. Because that book it changed my life. After I read The Hobbit, I wanted to be a writer. My goal was to make people feel the way I felt, to feel something from reading a book. I did have a short little run writing short stories, dark fantasy stories, horror stories, and it was good. It was fun. I liked seeing them getting published and everything. That was a real thrill. But just like reading, I just don't have time to write anymore. But yeah, D&D changed my life. I don't. I know this is really weird. I'm a YouTuber and I don't like pushing myself. But check out my video, "Who the Heck is Big Johnny G?" Glowing Turtle. And I think you're going to see some similarities maybe between what you experienced and what I experienced. It was very cool. Very, very cool indeed. So I'm going to be starting level 5 with 32 hit points, 47 health, and I still have not been touched once. I've gotten through the mazes so far without having to fight. I don't know, doesn't sound like the big tough guy D&D adventurer, right? Cool. Yeah, very cool. I'm always glad to give good advice like this. Well, it's only good advice if you end up agreeing with it. But yeah, it's so many fun things. So many fun things between the books. I have not stopped gaming. I have not stopped gaming at all since I was 8 years old. It changed my life. And that's why I'm still doing it. That's why I'm doing this. And that's why I'm not even trying to monetize this channel. Because I'm doing this for fun. Yeah. But also, I am going to be calling it a little bit short there and just doing level 4. Now, here in New York City, it's 9:30, and I still got shit to do. And it doesn't end. Big Johnny G is always doing. In fact, when I was a kid, I remember my father telling me that. He said, "Son, you're always doing something." And I am. I like to keep busy. If I'm not busy, I'm bored. So, but this was not boring. So if you're looking for a good pocket game, fast, easy to play, solo pocket game, I really think you might want to check out Gladden Games. And you can check them out right there. www.gladden.design to learn more about this. And yeah, I don't think you'll be sorry that you got this. If you enjoyed watching the video, even to a small degree, you're going to like this. It does exactly what it promises to do. But all right. So yeah, this is really short. This is a real filler. I know some of you are like, "John, you usually play a filler game for like 2 hours." I'm sorry, not tonight. But this was a lot of fun. And I can't even remember what I put on the list for tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I remember what's on the... You know what's on the list for tomorrow? Did you see the list? Hold on. Here it is. I got it. Hey, up. Here. It's right behind me. Here. So tomorrow, I'd like it to be tomorrow afternoon, but anyone that watches me regularly knows that my Saturdays are screwy. So this is going to be up tomorrow. We're going to get to check out... And this will be my very first time playing Tiny Epic Pirates. And so hopefully it'll be in the afternoon, but if not, it'll be tomorrow night. Oh, Glowing Turtle, what was that, buddy? What was that here? Even how it changed my perspective on gaming. The idea of a game being a narrative experience was visceral, and yes, like you said, kept me gaming my entire life. I hope you watch more of my videos. I like talking to you. You're up there with the Shogunstein, Capybara, Little Will. You're up there. You're definitely up there. We can chill and talk. That's for sure. It's so nice to meet someone that has similar experiences, right? So, but that's it for tonight. Paper App Dungeons, a hell of a lot of fun. And if you're free tomorrow, like I said, we can try the tiny. Oh, Glowing Turtle hasn't tried any of the Tiny Epic games. Interesting. My favorite is Tiny Epic Galaxies. That's still my favorite. But I'm hoping this will change my mind. In fact, because of the Marvel game, I have fix the camera. Because of the Marvel game, I've kind of gotten into the whole idea of fixing this. What is wrong with this now? Come on, there we go. Just wanted to pull this up. Because like I said, I got into gaming mats. So I actually got a gaming mat with Tiny Epic Pirates. It's the first mat I have for any of the Tiny Epic games. So this will be fun. I like pirates. Who doesn't like pirates? All right, everyone. I'm your buddy Big John at G for Two Gun Pixie Presents. Legendary Gaming. And my friends, I am out of here. Take care, everyone. Have a great night and have an even better weekend. Good night. Hello and Turtle. Thank you, brother. Get this.